All right, blue collar workers, trade workers, those who don't want to be their own boss. Why is nobody on LinkedIn showcasing the work we do? I mean, I know it's stuffy as all hell on there, but if you're looking for future employment or you want to change jobs, where are we going to send people to see our work? Like, we're not going to send them to Instagram and TikTok. So, where are we sending people? Like, if you want to move a job and a role from maybe you work right now with somebody who's a one-man operation or two-people operation, and you work for them, and now you want to go to something a little bit more bigger, like hundreds of employees, thousands of employees. The people who are hiring in those roles and those positions are going to have to look you up, and they're going to want to see some documentation of something you've done. Like, I don't think they're going to call your boss, which will be an awkward conversation, especially if your boss doesn't know you're looking for work. They're going to want to see something. And again, we're not going to send them to our TikTok page, our Instagram page. So where are we going to showcase what we're doing? Now, I know it's a little bit different for office workers, right? LinkedIn is basically their online resume. It showcases all the jobs they've had, all the places they've worked, all the projects they've worked on, all the videos, all the befores and afters. They get recommendations from other past employers. Like, LinkedIn is their resume. But to the blue collar tradesmen and women workers, where is our resume? I know we're building things and we're installing things and we're growing things or whatever it could be, but how are we showcasing our work to future employers? To be honest, our work is better proof than anything on paper, but the downside is it doesn't live anywhere publicly. Like, people can't see it. Again, we can send them to Facebook and Instagram, but that's a weird rabbit hole that I don't think I want to send my future boss to my TikTok handle or Instagram handle. I don't think you want to either. I mean, think about this. You're invincible to anybody who doesn't know you. Like, if they don't know you personally, you don't exist and they can't really look you up. Now, I know our entire industry is built on a handshake and word of mouth, but I highly doubt that if we told a future employer, yeah, call this guy, and he's going to say, yeah, he's a pretty good dude, that's going to go far. And especially if your reference is your current boss, that's going to be a pretty awkward conversation when a future employer calls your existing boss and they don't even know you're looking for work. I know a framer who's been in the business for 20 years, probably one of the best framers I've ever seen. But if you Googled him, you would never find him. He doesn't exist online. Compare that to my friend John, who works in an office in New York City. You Google him, Google his name, you're going to see everything he's ever done, his entire resume, every project he's ever worked on, every company he's ever worked for. LinkedIn is just built that way for white collar workers. It's not for blue collar workers. And I'm curious where we're all hiding. Maybe we need to build something for our trades. Now, I get it. LinkedIn definitely feels stuffy. Even I'm uncomfortable on the platform when I try to post or talk about anything. I just feel like I don't fit in. LinkedIn was built by desk workers and for desk workers. Like, trade guys and gals who show up to LinkedIn feel like we're at a party we weren't invited to. It's usually filled with new job announcements and, hey, look, I'm certified here, or look what I can do for my clients, but in words, not with their hands. Now, I'm not here to knock LinkedIn. I'm just here to say there is a case for doing it anyway. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I mean, as contractors, we all try to figure things out anyway. It's in our DNA. LinkedIn is a perfect example of we need to figure it out and we need to showcase our skills and workers for future employment. If you ever want to move companies or a GC is deciding between two different crews, a track record of your past work is going to speak volumes and help you get the job. Let's use referrals and reputation as an example. Future employers are going to Google you. They want to find you. If they can't find you and they can't see the work that you did, it's going to be really hard for them to hire you. If there's nothing out there for you, then that's a gap someone else is going to fill. Now, I'm not saying you have to love the platform, but think about it and use it strategically. Like, use it before you need it. Same concept goes if you are a business owner, use it before you need it. Like, advertise when you're busy, because when you're not busy, your advertisement's going to carry you through. In this case, keep building your resume. Keep adding the work and the projects that you've continued to do to your profile. This will help you when it comes time if you are ready to make that move. Or maybe a recruiter for a big company is looking for someone with your skill set. They will find you. They will pick you out. They will reach out to you and possibly offer you even more money than you could even imagine. Here's another example. Let's say your current employer, your boss, is a two-man crew, your boss and yourself, and your boss decides to hang it up. Now what? There's nothing out there for you to showcase your work. Now, I get it. Our industry is all about handshakes and word of mouth. And that's probably a scenario where your future employer would call your past boss and your boss is going to say, yeah, he's a good dude, and you'll get the job. But if you want to take this to another level, maybe you don't want to go from, one home builder to the next home builder, or from one electrician to the next electrician. Maybe you want to go something bigger. Maybe you want to be project manager. Maybe you want to go on a bigger level. Maybe it's into sales, something. You've got to have a track record, and LinkedIn is going to be the spot for you. And think about the compounding effect. Like a post today about your current project that you're working on isn't going to really do much. But 20 posts over, 6 months or a year, now that's going to be something that's going to carry with the next employer. They're going to say, okay, look, they are relevant. They know what they're doing. They have existing project experience. It's documented. And you build this when it's busy. So then when it is slow and you do need to find work, the work's already done. You don't have to love it. You just have to use it. Same with safety gear. It's something we all got to work with. So what could this look like if it's done right? Definitely don't do the whole corporate voice. You don't have to talk and write like everybody else. Legitimately be yourself. Post before and after photos of your projects. Write a short write-up about what the project was. Maybe something that happened along the way. Maybe there was a roadblock and how you got around it, or what we did to fix the situation. And you don't need to post every single day. Maybe once a week, every other week, post something. Post a photo, talk about what you're working on and how you are making the project better. And most importantly, be yourself. The worst thing you can do is try to be like everybody else, or speak in a language or a voice or a tone or a cadence that is not you. Because when you start to have conversations on one-on-one with these individuals in person, then all of a sudden the reality is going to be like, wait a second, who are they on LinkedIn? But now in real life, this is them. That's a little weird. We're not going to go with that. So always be yourself, be exactly who you are, talk like you talk, write like you write. Take photos and videos how you actually speak. Other ideas for LinkedIn, before and after photos, but maybe a post is, here's a problem I ran into and here's how I solved it. Maybe you do this already on Instagram or other socials. If there's a decent video, and I say decent because I know the industry, but if there's a decent video, you can post this on LinkedIn as well. But write about it. Write about what you did. Write about the struggles that you had, or the roadblocks that came up, or maybe the project is really simple and you just want to show it off. Post it. For me, I try to post every single day, sometimes twice a day on all the other social networks, like my shorts here on YouTube, definitely twice a day, Instagram twice a day, TikTok twice a day. But long form video where you're watching me now, this is more like every 3 days or every other day. But LinkedIn can be literally once a week. LinkedIn is not a follower game and a social game and an exposure game. It is here's the work I've done in the past. I am a good person. I show up to work. I get the job done. You should hire me, and here's why. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this, but right now, somebody in your city, in your trade, in your skills is doing LinkedIn. And if you're not, that's fine. You don't have to. But I'm saying in 5 years from now, you might come up to a situation where LinkedIn did come into play, and you know who they're going to hire? The other person who was spending 5 years posting once a month or once every 2 weeks about the work they've done on LinkedIn. Now, it's not a reputation problem. It's just purely a visibility problem, and it's fixable. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not going to say you're never going to get another job. I'm just saying consider linking it to your posting, or if you're not even posting, but just add it to something you do every 2 weeks. Post a before and after of your project, or you on a job site, or whatever it is. Just make a post and talk about what you're doing, because it's going to pay off when you're looking for new employment. And the best scenario that I've seen on LinkedIn is recruiters reach out to people and they want to hire them. You don't even have to go look for a job. People will come handpick you for your skills, your work, your personality, your grit. And that's an awesome way to get a promotion. That's all I got on LinkedIn. If you like this kind of content, hit the subscribe button below, and thanks for watching.